Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Equality and Rights for All. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have an interesting topic for today's show in which it is the four sectors that need the most help in regards to like business and the economy are farmers, miners, fast food restaurants, and retail. So let's get right into this. Yes, I know that there's a lot going on with the strikes of uh, UAW and the SAG-AFTRA, and but you know what? Those strikes will eventually be settled. They'll come to an agreement eventually, and things will get worked out. But here's what the thing that I'm talking about for today's show's topic is the four sectors of business, the economy, that need the most help are farmers, miners, fast food restaurants, and retail stores. Farmers took a huge hit with because of climate change issues. You know, when since a certain person said it's a hoax and everything else, and because of the climate issues, farmers took a big hit. When you have hurricanes and tornadoes and fires and stuff like that that completely destroy lands, the farmers took the biggest hits. Um, so um, so farmers definitely need a lot of help from the federal government, and I understand like that having windmills and solar panels are important to help save the economy and to help with the climate change issue and so on and so forth. And with the solar panels, you know, companies can hire a lot of workers to install the solar panels and stuff and to help maintain those solar panels and stuff. But there's also sections of the United States, like in hillbilly lands, where they depend on things like coal and oil and stuff like that. Because there's certain sections of the United States that are like hillbilly lands, like I said, and their area, you can't have things like solar panels and windmills and stuff like that. Um, and these are small parts of the United States, yes, but but that's why you can't just get rid of all oil and all coal and stuff like that, and because there are still certain sections of the United States that still depend on uh coal and oil and stuff like that, and like we can have the major part of the United States like with solar panels and windmills and stuff like that. Yes, I understand that. Yes, but it's also important to keep in mind that there are still sections of the United States that still depend on things like coal and oil and stuff like that, and their areas cannot have things like solar panels and stuff like that, and because their areas are just not built for that, and it's there's a lot of people that say, well, just chop all the trees around them, just knock everything down, and that's it, and then just build up. And no, you want to preserve a lot of nature and stuff like that. That's how these people like to live. That's how they lived for so many years. And so just leave their sections alone and just leave them alone with their coal and oil and stuff like that. They're small; those are small sections of the United States anyhow, and it's not gonna make a dent in the climate thing or whatever. I- Uh, uh, if you just leave those tiny little areas as they are. So, but like I said, I understand that like the major parts of the United States could be like, let's just say like an example, like in major cities and stuff like that, metropolitan areas. they can be made like solar panels and everything else and blah 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 and all this other stuff. Yeah, fine, I can understand that. And then you'll have like, let's say, 90 to 95% of the United States with solar power, with solar panels and windmills and stuff like that, and just a small tiny little section of the United States will be with coal and oil and stuff like that. And because we also need to preserve uh, um, uh, things like oil and coal and stuff like that. We need to preserve a lot of that to fall back on, God forbid, if ever something happens and stuff. So we need to preserve a lot of that. So now also the state fast food restaurants, you know, um, you have a lot of these anarchists that went around destroying fast food restaurants and uh and I strongly believe we need to have proper bail reform law and get these anarchists behind bars fast, no matter what their ages are. I don't care if they're minors or whatever. I don't care if they're like 15, 14, 10 or whatever. If they go around destroying people's property, put their little rear ends in a real adult prison, and that'll fix them. So, but anyways, um, things like fast food restaurants, they have like these big fist fights going on in there, and uh, even among staff. But then you have a big fist fights between staff and customers, and all this other stuff. So fast food restaurants took a big hit. So the federal government needs to step in and say, hey, you got to get your brains out from where the sun don't shine. Stop being waste of life. Start acting like adults in life. Start doing every tiny little thing in life the correct way. Stop being screw ups all your lives. And really, the Army drill sergeant strict rules and regulations to the people of that sector, of that section, and say, hey, listen, we'll help build you up, but you're going to have to go by Army drill sergeant strict rules and regulations to the exact T. Every I dotted, every T crossed. No ifs, ands, or buts about nothing. And then you take retail stores. Retail stores, same thing. They've been hit by a lot of thefts because of these anarchists and stuff. And um, they've been taking a huge hit. So you have to have a major security inside there. You got to have there's some retail stores that have actual police stations inside their store. That's another good thing to them to have. So the federal government has to step in and basically say the same thing. Have your armed guards, have police stations inside there, do something and fix this situation. And let them work with the federal government and everything, um, and capture these anarchists and put their rear ends uh, in prison. Again, no matter what the ages are, put their if they're minors like 10, 13, 15, whatever, put their rear ends in a real adult prison, no matter what. Seriously. So, but anyways, I want to remind all my fans out there about the business that my husband and I have together called AWLDNY. The link to there is awldny.com. You guys can check out all the items on there. I also wanted to remind all my fans out there about my other business, my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway, and the link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, that is AIHNY.com. You guys can check out all the pages on there. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.